against mine.
Because really, what did the big city life even get you in the end? Unwanted attention and a shattered moral compass, that's what. Would it really have been that bad to go back to your farm or wherever you came from? Honestly, considering where the bombs fell, you might have been better off. Nobody's gonna waste a perfectly good nuke in the middle of nowhere, are they? But no. You got sucked into a life that held darkness beyond your worst nightmares. If there's any consolation, the man responsible for getting you into this mess didn't exactly escape unscathed. Hopefully you're in heaven now while he's stuck here, the closest thing to hell in this world. Goodbye, Vera. At least your voice will live on, even if the new owner doesn't fully appreciate it. Oh, you don't mind if I took one of your spare dresses, do you? I know someone back home who might be, quite pleased with it.
Ugh, feels like a sore throat after chewing on nails.
Well, drink more water then, and stop agitating your throat so much. It needs more time to adjust.
I wish you luck in the vault. Elijah, he's tough to pin down.
Well, you are the foremost expert on that subject, so I'll take your word for it. But you should know by now, I'm not exactly easy to deal with either. Look, you have all the equipment you need to make your own throat syrup.
Christine. Hello. Hello.
Oh yeah, keep that up and you'll be coughing up blood in no time. Gotta hand it to Vera though, she was smart enough to brew her own chems. That would explain the big book of science on her shelf. Maybe she should have pursued a career in chemistry. Oh wow, that was a very short elevator ride. Am I even underground right now? One thing's for sure, this place does not feel like a vault so far. I can tell because it's not flooded with water, and there are no skeletons scattered around. At least not yet. I still haven't found Sinclair's body. Okay, now it's getting impressive. I was waiting to see where the real money was going into, and this did not disappoint. I think you might need some additional pylons there, Sinclair. You can never have too many. You have a lot of turrets in there. Oh, and of course there's a speaker. It might be the end of the world, but goddammit, you paid good money for that music, so why the hell not listen to it for the next 200 years? What the hell is this blue light? Oh, what? I can't walk through this? Is this a ray shield? Oh, which issue of Tesla Science did you order this from, Sinclair? Holy shit. What do you have that could top this, House? It's not even reacting. It's just teleporting the bullets into the void. Am I inside an episode of Captain Cosmos? Is that what's happening here? Okay, well that did something at least. Nothing useful, but something. Look at that void. It's so close yet so far. There must be a way to disable this. How the hell was the rescue team supposed to get in there? More to the point, how the hell was Vera supposed to get in there? I mean, I know she didn't, but okay. Alright, I'm just gonna... Yep, I'm just outside the range, that's good. Let's just reach around and use the terminal. I really hope you're in a stasis chamber or something, Sinclair, because when I find you, I'm gonna unfreeze you just long enough to strap a radio to your head so that it can blast static at your face until the power runs out. Elevator protocols warning. What? Warning. If vault security is disabled and the vault terminal is breached, the elevator will automatically return to the suites and lock permanently in place. After that, there is no way to operate the elevator, and the vault area is sealed off. Excuse me, what? As requested by Mrs. Sinclair, there is no manual or terminal override once the elevator is locked. Once initiated, it cannot be undone. Why the fuck would you make it do that? Do you not want a rescue team to get down here? Until that time, the elevator may be operated freely from the terminal above. What terminal above? Is it talking about this terminal or the one back in the suites? Open maintenance access, I guess. Okay, am I getting this right? If security is disabled and the terminal is breached, whatever the hell that means, then whoever's down here is basically trapped? Again, why? I'm gonna need to at least disable the security systems before I can get to the vault. After that, I just need to be very careful with any terminals inside the vault. Is that it? Oh, that's not gonna sit well with Elijah at all. He's gonna press every single button he can find. Apparently that won't end well for him down here. Oh yeah, that's definitely a speaker. We are old acquaintances at this point. Not that I want to be. At least this one had the decency to be unshielded. Okay, I'm not an architect by any means, but look at how empty this room is. I guess space was not a premium here. It's pretty easy to make a gigantic golden monolith when 50% of it is just hollow. Oh, thank you for the warning pre-war sign. I was just about to try to faceplant on the rails. Now I know better. It would have been a lot easier to follow your instructions if that catwalk hasn't collapsed. I'm not gonna look forward to getting back up this way. Okay, don't bang your head on the speaker, Courier. Oh, you fuck! That's not fair! How am I supposed to... Where is this thing? Oh god, it must be in a different room. How am I supposed to be careful when I can't see through walls? And of course, the cloud is in here too, just to spice up my life a little more. Whatever happened to being hermetically sealed? Oh, what is this? This job doesn't pay enough. Preach the fucking truth, brother! Working down here with those walking light shows gets on my nerves. And the elevator. Does Sinclair know how dangerous it is to have the elevator lock like that? If someone accidentally trips the dead man's switch inside his vault, even Sinclair himself, this whole place becomes a big metal coffin. Lou tried to tell him and Sinclair said it would be user error. Yeah, I'm starting to think this whole thing is intentional. I'm just not sure why yet. Maybe Sinclair wanted to turn this place into a tomb like one of those pyramids. Okay, fine. I'll take the plunge. The worst thing that can happen is I lose my fucking mind. Alright, new empty room. I don't see a speaker anywhere. This might be it for the Courier, everybody. Oh, speak of the devil. Wait a minute. Oh, what a place to mount that. Okay, now let's be careful. If I go up and across and try to get to the other side of the room as quickly as possible. Oh, is that... Oh, you son of a bitch, Sinclair. I'm on to you. Paranoia is the greatest asset in the world. Whoever says otherwise is welcome to come here and say it to my face. Alright. Yes, I know you're angry at me. I'll be out of your airwaves in a few seconds. Now calm down. Oh, never mind. I'll be in your airwaves for a few seconds longer. This one's on Sinclair, not me. Okay. This is fucking deliberate. I don't know how, but Sinclair knew this shit would trip the callers, so he went out of his way to place them like this. Nobody can prove me wrong about that. Tell me this is how you switch them off. Oh, Sinclair, you fucking tease. No wonder you had no luck with the ladies. Not when you keep manipulating people's feelings like that. I mean, what was the idea? Am I supposed to suddenly sing your praises because you showed me a way to save my life from the very contraption you placed here? Well, fuck you. That's not kindness, that's fucking emotional abuse. You know, in hindsight, Vera Keys had it lucky not to be trapped down here with you for the rest of her life. Oh, fellas, I was wondering when I would run into you lot again. You had me worried. It's not a party without the light shows, am I right? Oh, and you brought music with you? Oh, it's the top 10 greatest beeps of the decade, the best album this side of the wasteland. Oh, you guys are spoiling me. And you have the smoke machines ready to go. Guys, I know I'm a celebrity in the Mojave, but you didn't need to go this far. You know, the only thing missing from this party are the locals. Then it would be a party that could rival the gala event itself. It's a shame, but I can't stick around. In fact, I need to be out of here before you even do your red head dance, because frankly, these legs were made for kicking legionaries in the face, not dancing. Okay, seriously though, are you gonna be a tease again with this terminal, Sinclair? Oh yes you are! You know exactly what you're doing to me, you fuck! Oh no, you stay right there, sir. I was just leaving. No need to do the red head dance, I did not pay to see it. Now where the hell is that command sending him? I didn't actually read what I just did. Somewhere out there, computer technicians are spinning in their graves. Ah, you're going down the corridor. Excellent. That means I can't go back the way I came. Oh, I'm sure this will work out. Probably. Oh, right up until that happens. Okay, I don't appreciate you guys bringing the music anymore. Oh, look at that, more teases. Hurry up, terminal! There's a hologram right there. Yes, change the behavior to something, anything. Okay, I'm coming back for you later, third entry. Oh my god. Did that even do anything useful? I have no idea. Oh, and the first guy is coming back. Sorry, officer, I was just leaving again. What can I say? You keep catching me at the worst time. You feeling alright there, officer? Not sure which direction you're supposed to be facing? State-of-the-art technology, everybody. Okay, so where's that second hologram going? More to the point, is it out of my way yet? Yes, the beeps. Oh, there's a third hologram, because why wouldn't there be? And a ray shield. Okay, time out. Wow, what a lovely corner to get comfortable in. Okay, so it's not enough to have a hologram. You gotta cut off the entire doorway with space magic? I actually admire the paranoia, Sinclair. You have to have redundancies. That's something House never learned. Okay, what are the odds there's another terminal in here? Holy shit, Lady Luck, are you making up for lost time? Talk about being emotionally manipulative. You gotta give Sinclair a run for his money. And to balance it out, this terminal is gonna have nothing but more bitching from dead employees. Oh, or you could be like that, Lady Luck, you bitch. Or you could just give me everything I wanted. You see why I switched to the other gods now? It's not because I like them, it's because I hate you more. Okay. I don't know why I went for the holograms before I switched off the speakers. Take that as a compliment, officers. And I get to switch off the force field too? This is my favorite terminal so far. Now, if I could shut off the holograms completely from here too, I would remove this thing from the wall and carry it around with me like a lucky charm. Fortunately for my back, it's not that lucky. So, time to play Dodge the Cops. I'll give Sinclair this much credit. If these things were normal human cops, I could either bribe them or intimidate them into letting me through. Is that what I think it is? That's one of the emitters! Wow, they like the trick of hiding these things on top of ceiling beams, don't they? I don't think I can hit that from this angle. Oh, but this one is sloppy. Even I can't fuck up this shot. But do I have to? I don't know if shooting that will alert the whole system. It hasn't so far, but who the fuck knows what nasty little tricks Sinclair installed in this place? Well, the force field is definitely off. Wait a minute. Am I missing a hologram? I don't like that. Maybe it's waiting for me down that corridor. I can see one right there, and I know the other one is heading down the way I came. Oh, hey! Officer, I thought you clocked off for the evening. Oh, but you guys are all still here? Fantastic. You're all so dedicated to your career. Okay, this is a problem. If I was responsible for creating a death trap, I would put another speaker right down that corridor, which in turn is gonna force someone like me to run back and straight into the line of fire for these guys. Well, joke's on you, Sinclair. I know how to think like a fellow psychopath. I need to figure out how to position these guys to leave myself a wide open path. Because let's be realistic, there's a good chance I'll have to come back through here once I'm done with Elijah. And when that happens, I won't have easy access to these terminals from the opposite direction. Okay, with that in mind, what did this terminal actually do for the holograms? Once again, I was a little distracted by all the beeping. Default patrol, oh come on. The other ones at least try to be descriptive. Alternate route, you piece of... Whatever happened to user-friendly design? Well, let's see what that actually did. I'm gonna take my time to experiment with this. Okay, I'm gonna assume that was the one who stopped in front of the corridor. Now, is he gonna stay there or is he gonna move around? He's gonna stay there, isn't he? Well, default or not, that's not exactly a patrol, is it? You lied to me, Lucky Terminal. Well, I guess the other thing I could try is see what's written in that terminal on the other side of the room. There was a message addressed to Sinclair directly. Maybe that'll help. But first, where is that other... Oh, there he is. Yep. Still struggling to figure out which direction he's facing. 200 years of continuous operation have not done these things any favors. I wonder if these things were more effective back when they were brand new. Actually, what am I talking about? They still killed everybody. Ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me, ignore me. I am speed. Oh, actually, that might have been a bad idea. Now there's two of them there. Don't have to worry about the speakers anymore, but these guys... Shit! Not having that! I'll be honest, not sure what I was expecting to happen there other than stumbling into solutions. Oh shit, this is like Volt 34 reactor all over again. Oh, come on. I barely grazed your line of sight. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. The simplest solution is often the best. What? Which one are you? Either way, fuck off. Okay. I don't know where your emitter is yet. Either tell me or shut up. Okay, if I now change your patrol pattern, would that reset your red hot arousal? Worth a shot? Okay, sir, you've made your point. Your red head dance is very elaborate. I'll spread the word once I get back to the Vegas Strip. But you have to let me get back first. What the... Oh wow, that worked? Vegas really is that much better than here, is it? Well, I am a man of my word, good sir. I don't have any more business cards from the tops. You won't be able to take them anyway, but I'll be sure to tell them all about you. In the meantime, you go ahead and keep going with your shift. No need to quit before I get you a new gig. Squeeze every last penny out of this place. Okay, this entry better be something good. I did not get my backside fried to perfection just to hear about another workplace accident. Mr. Sinclair, I took the points you raised in the call today to heart, and I hope my answers offered some reassurance. What we are providing is an exclusive, comprehensive technology, but more importantly, we want to address the concern you raised for protecting your guests from threats, specifically the growing communist threat from the Chinese. Yeah, not to mention the threat of the security measures themselves. Security is NE's top concern. There is no reason to provide a service that you cannot defend, and should the current world situation lead to increased hostilities, an emergency broadcast emitter has been placed inside select hologram emitters at the Sierra Madre. In case of nuclear attack, holograms will defend their stations with lethal force to protect the guests under their charge. Well, that was clearly a lie. If you wish to make sure that those who come to your villa and casino have the means to defend themselves, I assure you, you need to look no further than the EBE. It is a proven technology, and anyone who decides to attack you or your guests will regret any aggression. Oh yeah? And what about the rescue team? Would they have been classified as attackers too? How would the holograms even tell the difference? Martin T. Harris. P.S. Any chance we could ask you to have Miss Keys sign an autograph for us? It won't reduce the price, although I could see about sending a few extra systems your way. God damn it, that was no more useful than more disgruntled employees bitching about their jobs. I really should have just shot those emitters to begin with. But anyway, did you take that offer, Sinclair? Were you above leveraging your girlfriend for the sake of your little side project? Oh, what did I say? What did I fucking say? I said there will be another speaker down this way. I am in Sinclair's head, and I don't like that. Oh, it's that shielded one I saw from the other side, isn't it? Did I really just go through all that just to go around the vault? Oh, it's all shielded, isn't it? How am I supposed to get through all this? I mean, I understand Sinclair had no obligation to make it easy for me to break through this stuff, but maybe I'm the rescue team that's been delayed for 200 years. What can I say? The traffic was murderous, and you went out of your way to make it as difficult as possible, didn't you? Come on, load, you fuck! Information warning, I'm not seeing a shutdown option here. Oh, screw that, I don't have time to read whatever that is. Well, this might be the end of my journey then. There were no other doors for me to go through. I left nothing unturned. This terminal is all I have left now. Alright, what about that second option? Or the third? Disengage security? Oh yes, please! Oh my god. I don't know what I did to deserve that miracle, but I'll do it as many times as you want, Terminal God. Please, show me the way. But in all seriousness, I do want to see what the other entries were saying. Something about a warning? Call me paranoid, but my Vault 34 sensors are tingling. Maintenance staff warning. Sierra Madre Vault security protocols. Security on. Elevator dispatch to executive suites. Security turrets active, not shielded. Oh my god, imagine if the turrets had shielding technology. That would be the stuff of nightmares. Forget Securitrons, how should I have used those? Electric barriers seal vault. Okay. Security off. Elevator dispatch to executive suites. Security turrets off. Shielded. Wait, what? Why would you shield the turrets when they're off, but leave them unprotected when they're active? I mean, I'm not complaining, but what's the logic there? To give someone like me a fair fight? Electric barriers down. Oh good, that means the ratios are gone. Okay, what is this warning that's so important you didn't even have time to finish spelling it? Warning, in the event vault security is disabled by any means and the private terminal in the vault is accessed, the vault will enter a lockdown state. What? At this time, the elevator will return to the suites and cannot be accessed again. As requested by Mr. Sinclair, there is no manual or terminal override once the elevator is locked. Once initiated, it cannot be undone. Oh fuck me! This is that locking mechanism they were talking about before. Why would you link that with the vault security getting disabled? What is this backwards bullshit you're so obsessed with, Sinclair? So, wait a minute. Did I just screw myself by deactivating security? I really did just vote 34 this piece of shit, didn't I? Then again, it does say it has to be deactivated and the private terminal has to be accessed. Okay, so don't do that then. I can't just reactivate security, but that would just put me back at square one. Okay, so that really will be a problem for the old man. Never mind pressing every button. He's gonna have to access the private terminal if he wants that sweet, sweet technical data. Is it just me, or is this whole place starting to feel like a trap? The part about the elevator locking up when the security is deactivated is what gets me. It's like Sinclair went out of his way to make sure whoever did things correctly to get down here is guaranteed to never leave. Shouldn't be a problem for me, in theory. I'm not here for anything other than getting this collar off my neck and then leaving. But considering who I'm dealing with, it won't be that simple at all. What's that on the floor? Oh wow, someone did make it all the way down here. Was this pre-war or post-war? If it's pre-war, then you must have been one hell of a VIP to get here. If it's post-war, then holy shit, you were so close. Please tell me you figured out a way to get past whatever bullshit is coming up next. I don't have a lot of hope considering you're dead, but I don't know, maybe you slipped. I cannot imagine the look on Elijah's face if that's what really happened. Maybe you left something noteworthy on the holotape. Whoa, look at the scratches on this thing. Was this ripped out of a terminal? Vera, if you're reading this, I know what you and Dean had planned tonight on the eve of the gala event. Well, so much for all that blackmail, huh, Domino? I loved you very much, and whatever possessed you to choose Dean's arm over my hand is beyond me. Whether it was greed or lust, actually neither of those things. It has led you here, and will forever keep us apart. I hope it leaves you as empty as you left me. Holy shit. As much as you sought what was inside the Sierra Madre, now it will keep you. The door has sealed, the elevator has left, and not even your voice will unlock it. This casino was my gift to you, and you now will be its heart for all time. Sincerely, Frederick Sinclair. So I was right. He really did turn this place into a trap. God damn, if hell has no fury like a woman scorned, then I guess Sinclair was a woman all along, because wow, that was some fury in that message. But why did whoever that skeleton belonged to rip this out of the terminal? More importantly, what does this mean for me? Is it safe for me to open this vault or not? Do I even have a choice? Elijah is not coming down here unless I do this. Only the trustworthy may enter my vault. Well, that shouldn't include you then, Sinclair. I swear to God, Vera never got trapped down here like you intended, so if you end up trapping me instead, I will personally hunt you down in hell for the rest of time. What I did to Benny would be mild in comparison. I already disabled security, right? Right? Holy shit! Thank God for this armor. Once again, what's the logic here, Sinclair? You were gonna open fire on whoever opened the vault? Why bother locking the elevator if you were just going to shoot Vera in the back? Oh, and it's locked. Hang on, security's active and I haven't read the private terminal. You can't trap me in here yet, Sinclair. That's a breach of contract. Also, is this really it? The entire vault, I mean. Feels more like a reception area. How long were you supposed to stay down here? Doesn't even have a bed. It's got a vending machine, so food and water shouldn't be a problem. Assuming you brought enough chips with you. I guess that's a moot point anyway, considering the purpose of this vault stopped being about saving people. Still, this feels awfully small for someone used to living in luxury. It's all industrial with no creature comforts. Vault dwellers had it way better than this. Anyway, let's focus on the problem at hand. How do I get this door open again? Disengage vault security protocols? Wow, it's that easy? Okay, I guess. But wait a minute, he wanted Vera to do this as part of his trap. Well, once again, I don't see a choice. Even if I could destroy the turrets, I wouldn't be able to get past the ray shields. Hopefully there are no additional gotcha moments built into all this. I mean, come on, Sinclair. She was a starlet, not a computer engineer. Okay, seriously, what gives? How did I fucking trip this trap? At least someone knows I'm down here, I guess. Vera wouldn't have had that luxury. Christine can rig a bomb against the elevator and just climb down here if she has to. I mean, I'd like to think I've made enough of an impression on her that she would be willing to do that for me. But failing that, I'm sure Elijah would take measures that are orders of magnitude more extreme to get down here. That's the only way I can survive in the world of madmen. Work their madness to my advantage. Point is, on the sliding scale of desperation, I'm on the pissed off stage right now. I've still got a few options left before I get to the depression stage or the eating my own bullet stage. I'll drain my casino chips before that. Funny that Sinclair decided to keep that vending machine in here even after converting this place into a trap. Did he want to taunt Vera and Domino? It would just be delaying the inevitable. Either they run out of chips, or the lack of sanitation gets them first. If that was the intention, then fucking hell, Sinclair, you are way more cold-blooded than I ever gave you credit for. Then again, I saw a chemistry station behind me. Why would he include that in here? That would have made a lot more sense if Vera needed to make her own chems like she did in her room upstairs. Did you by any chance have a change of heart, Sinclair? I'm grasping at straws here, but like I said, I'm not at the depression stage yet. Okay, wow, that was a long-ass password. Must be something good, right? Maybe a way to unlock the door? I'm rationing my hope like emergency provisions right now. Okay, well, I just ate another one. Reprogram turret defenses. That's something useful, assuming I can ever get the fuck out of this room. And it won't even let me do that. Okay, Sinclair, I've changed my mind yet again. You put this thing behind the strongest password I've seen in this whole casino, and it won't give me permission even after I've cracked it? You're doing this deliberately. That vending machine is absolutely there to give false hope. You, sir, are a jester from hell. Does this thing even have real drugs in it? This stuff looks like real chemicals, but it could just be colored water for all I know. I don't trust a goddamn thing in here anymore. Like, see, right here, I would say this is probably the mainframe containing the data Elijah wants, but for all I know, they just have junk data stored in them. Can't wait to see the look on the old man's face when he finds 10,000 copies of the Vault 11 music file. I'm sorry, Elijah, but we're both in Sinclair's world now. He designed this place and he can torment us as much as he wants. Like all this shit, for example. These stacks of pre-war money are probably fake to prank Domino. And those things, are they gold bars? I'm sorry, let me rephrase that. Are they supposed to be gold bars? Who the fuck would keep all this here instead of more supplies? Oh! Holy shit, what is this thing made of? Lead? Or maybe gold? Ugh, either way, this is heavy as hell. Fuck me. So I guess Domino wasn't completely full of shit. There really are riches down here in the form of gold or possibly lead bars. To be honest, in this day and age, lead is pretty damn valuable as well. But what would he have done if he made it down here? I could barely carry even one of these things out here with me, let alone the whole pile. Maybe that's Sinclair's ultimate prank. You can have all the riches you can ever want, but you can never take it out with you. That would honestly be pretty fucking genius, I'm not gonna lie. Vera keys and Vera. What the hell is this? Is this the forbidden terminal? Holodisk extracted. Oh, that's where this disc came from. But why did that guy take it out? You were this close to completing the heist, and that's what you did? To Vera. A bit redundant there, Sinclair. Vera, if you're reading this, my fears have come to pass, and this is an apology. I hope you realized what my last words meant to you. If so, they have let you here, and this place will keep you safe. Safe? What the hell are you talking about? Nothing about this place have been safe. What happened to the trap? I know what they meant for me, and I fear they have trapped me here. I have extracted the previous entry after our conversation tonight. It can't have been easy for you, and I'm sorry for all I've put you through in silence. I know while you do not love me, you did not mean any malice in what you did. Ah, I see. So she confessed, and good old Sinclair couldn't let go of his feelings. Damn it, man, why won't you let me hate you? I knew about your plans to rob the casino with Dean before you told me. Hearing it from you didn't make it any easier. For what it's worth, I am glad you told me yourself, and I understood the tapes he had in his possession. Now do you get it? She was a victim. Dear God. I'm glad that at least one person was able to see things clearly in the end. I do not think either one of you realized what your addiction stemmed from, however, and that is the tragedy in this. Wait. Vera herself didn't know she had a terminal condition? Whew, I guess that's one way to keep her comfortable in her dying days. I suspect the world would not have believed you regardless, so I respect your desire to keep it from others. When first building this villa, this casino, I meant it for you. As the world seemed to race headlong toward war, it became part of my desire to protect you. The loans, the funding I poured into the casino's construction, I knew it would not matter when a war came for us. Yeah, the end of the world have a tendency to wipe away old debts. It was my means of creating a shelter, a defense if the world was bombarded in radiation and bombs. When Dean revealed his plans inadvertently through our introduction, I realized what had happened and how I had been tricked. Our introduction? Your introduction with Vera? Wait, what's the timeline here? You had your introduction, you suspected something was wrong right then, but you fell in love and started building the casino anyway, and then you suddenly remembered that you're being screwed over, so you started turning it into a trap? Or are you trying to retroactively say that you knew all along that it was a trick? Oh, don't be like that, Sinclair. You're not convincing anybody. For a time, my thoughts were dark. I changed the casino vault from a shelter to a trap, as I knew the first one to enter would be Dean. He would die down here, and it would have been by his own hand. Holy shit, Sinclair, that's hardcore. Domino underestimated you for sure. I fear, however, that I overstepped myself, and the only safe place in the casino is the vault. I have tried to rewire the systems, change the protocols, and I cannot. Yeah, that's what your engineers kept telling you. I will do one last check on the pipes by the edge of the outside platform and see if anything can be done. I fear it is useless. Holy shit, that skeleton out there was Sinclair? Well, that explains this holotape. And there was me thinking I would find him frozen in a tube somewhere. He died immediately. Well, not that it mattered. Vera was trapped by the holograms, which means neither the trap nor the shelter would have worked as intended. If you come down here, do not access my personal account's entry. It contains only a message for Dean, and it will seal the door and you will have no way out. Even the elevator is designed to automatically return when the door is closed, and it will lock in place. Okay, so that's the final trigger. So I'm not completely screwed yet. See, that's why I ration my hopes. There should be enough in the vault to sustain you until help arrives. I've ensured that there's enough medical supplies down here to keep you comfortable. But once again, you forgot to include a bed and a toilet. The holograms should defend the casino from any attackers. Yeah, they also stop them from getting down here. And the hologram beacon in the villa will broadcast an emergency signal so that others will know you're here. When danger has passed, rescue will come. I hope you were able to read this, and know that I loved you. Frederick Sinclair. Well, Freddy, to your credit, you did create the ultimate barrier against the war. The problem was the one person you were trying to protect ended up on the wrong side of it. Okay, whatever happens, do not go in there, no matter how curious I get. Once again, Elijah, I am a living contradiction to your worldview.
You.
Speak of the asshole.
You're in the vault, finally. After all this time. The Sierra Madre. Mine. Don't move. Don't go into the vault, and don't touch anything else.
But I'm already here.
There may be more traps down there.
It's literally just one room.
Another security system.
Wait, is this a door that leads to a bigger section of the vault? That would make a hell of a lot more sense, because let me tell you, buddy, you would have been so disappointed with what's in here. Not that you would have any right to complain. Here I am opening all the doors while you're still hiding behind the screen.
Hiding? Hardly. Trapped. You think you were the first one to unlock the casino door? No, I did it. With other hands, other bodies. After that, the casino wouldn't let go. Once I was locked in, no way out. Until your Pip-Boy signal came to life in the villa. Then things changed. And here you are.
You've been stuck in here this whole time? Well, that would explain why you couldn't reach Doc. Which, in turn, means that his alter ego's plan would have never worked. You know, he was expecting you to come to him personally? Holy shit. I wish he was still around for me to tell that to his face. The only thing he was a god of was hubris, and that's coming from me. Anyway, how fucking lucky were you for someone like me to come along? Pip-Boys are not exactly a fashion accessory these days. How did you latch onto my signal anyway? I didn't know I was broadcasting anything.
You speak as if your fingers have never touched the keys of a Robco terminal. No machine is foolproof. They are designed to obey us. The Pip-Boy's operating system has vulnerabilities, advantages to those who've studied its construction, even superficially. It's just a machine, though. Its real vulnerability is who wears it.
Excuse me?
And that's how you were caught.
What are you trying to say? That I'm the one to blame for my own predicament, is that it? You're getting predictable, you know that?
That thing on your wrist. It's a convenience. It tells you where to go, what to do. Dulls your brain. It may have helped you find the Sierra Madre broadcast, but it's just as much a crutch today as it was in the old world.
Hey, I'll have you know that I barely use this thing unless I have to read a holotape on the fly. You, on the other hand, have to rely on this to get yourself out of this place. I feel insulted on behalf of my Pip-Boy, quite frankly. I think you owe it an apology.
Proud that you have one? I can hear the superiority.
Actually, this was a gift from the man who saved my life, so you watch your fucking mouth. But anyway, I didn't go through all this to have a Pip-Boy measuring contest with you. Now that I'm at the finishing line, I think it's time you come clean about a few things.
Curious? You must be. We have time now that you've done your work. And our interactions have been too one-sided, even for my tastes.
Your tastes? You're the one holding all the cards. Imagine how I feel on the receiving end. Anyway, the first thing I want to know is how you came across the Sierra Madre. Considering how much shit you're giving me for following a radio signal, I can't wait to find out how you somehow did it in a superior way.
It started with a setback. Fires, blood. Beneath the sun. A sun so close you could touch it. Moments like that, however, failures, can provide the brightest clarity.
The brightest clarity beneath the sun. Oh, you sir have a way with words. We will definitely come back to that one. Please continue. I'm expecting you to sneak in the line darkest just before the dawn, so don't disappoint me.
After that, I wandered alone. Saw the storms of the divide, walked among the ciphers of the West, traveled to the big empty. I heard the signal. The woman's voice, the Sierra Madre, promising a chance to begin again, reverse my fortunes. All nonsense. I tracked the signal, came here, scouted the city using other hands, kept dying on me, killing each other. You got the farthest of all.
Oh, so you did exactly the same thing you accused me of doing? Blindly following a promise without thinking about the consequences? Oh, I don't know about you, but I call that projecting. So, where did you hear that signal? I wonder how far Sinclair's distress call was able to reach.
A place far from here called the Big Empty. Almost didn't make it out. There were two others there. A woman and a man, a courier. The woman was familiar. The other? I don't know what happened to him.
Probably got himself experimented on like Christine was. She already told me about this big empty place. Sounds like a different type of hell compared to the Sierra Madre, and it's another place I've never heard of until now. Maybe I'm not as well traveled as I thought.
Big Empty's a treasure box. A scientific graveyard of old world misery. Like the Sierra Madre, there's treasures there, sleeping. Some awake. The holorifle, the Saturnite alloy, the hologram technology, hibernation chambers, securitrons, the collars. Even the suits attached to those things, stalking the villa. That's only the surface of what's there. Right now, the Sierra Madre is what I want.
Right now? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought your hubris was limited to the casino, but apparently that's just step one. Remind me, who's the greedy one here again? But don't let me rain on your parade. Educate me. What do you want with this place, and how does that fit into your grand designs?
What do I want? Weapons, security, a citadel of my own. The Madre's all these things. It's a fortress, a weapon, a chance to begin again. Once I unlock its archives, I can carve the Mojave into any shape I choose.
The Mojave? When did the Mojave get involved in all this? And how the hell are we gonna do that with the Sierra Madre? Sinclair built this place to protect the woman he loved from the Great War, not to conquer the wasteland afterwards. If you wanted weapons, it sounds like you should have stayed at the Big Empty. Isn't that the source of everything? What's here that you couldn't find back there?
The cloud is unique in my travels. Its proximity to the Sierra Madre isn't a coincidence. Right now it protects this casino, preserves it. It can be used to preserve other old world relics and cleanse them at the same time. And as much as I've researched hologram technology, the Big Empty facility was clear. Only the Sierra Madre got holograms working properly.
Whoa, let's go through that one at a time. First of all, you're interested in the cloud? You want to harness Satan's flatulence? Are you for real? You know how many years we've both lost from our life expectancies just by being here for so long? No offense, but, well, some offense, but you're not exactly a young man anymore. There's a layer of cloud literally just outside this vault. How long do you think you'll last down here with that outside? And the holograms work properly here? Don't make me fucking laugh.
The holograms here kill trespassers. That's what I want. Dump one of those emitters in the middle of any battle, there's no defense. It's like holding light in your hands. Can't fight it. Only watch it burn. Just one is a portable army. Arm it, anyone stands against you dies.
Until someone figures out that they should shoot the bright blue metal thing that you just popped down. You know those things don't react very quickly to hostiles, right? And when they finally do, they can only deal with one target at a time. That's great for slaughtering unarmed casino guests, but not so much for armed soldiers. At best, you'll surprise them for one battle, and then they'll figure out how to counter your little light show. I mean, how many holograms have I encountered already? It's gotta be at least a dozen now, and I'm still alive. If that and the cloud are all you're hoping to get out of this place, then this whole heist was a colossal waste of time.
No, there's one last thing I want from the Sierra Madre. It's bounty. The machines that fill its streets, its corridors. They provide almost anything. Perhaps in the pre-war era they were commonplace, things to dismiss. Now they are far more valuable. You know it. They helped keep you alive.
Okay, yeah, that's actually a legitimately impressive and useful piece of technology. Assuming you can mass-produce the chips, which would be a big undertaking. I hope you have plans on how to do that. This is a bit of an outlier compared to the cloud and the holograms. Where do the vending machines fit in?
Sources of food, supplies, medical assistance, ammo, make more callers, even print currency. Make a nation. The cloud allows me to wipe the slate clean. Callers ensure cooperation. Holograms, defense. The vending machines provide everything else. The Sierra Madre can kill nations and build them, using its technology with the right applications.
Oh, so when you say carve the Mojave, you're talking about nation building? What, do you suddenly have aspirations to be a statesman now? Gonna play politician after all this? No offense, again, some offense, but you're not exactly a people's person, are you? So far, your only method of getting people on your side involves explosive callers. Yeah, I'm sure your reign will be long and prosperous. And you're gonna need a hell of a lot of those things to corral a whole nation's worth of people. I'm frankly horrified that you have as many as you already do, even without the vending machines. What, did you raid a Legion warehouse or something? Where the hell did you get them?
The callers, they're pre-war tech. I suspect this great land had compliance issues before the war. It's one of a series of models. The one in your neck? Special. Easier to make adjustments. Unreliable in other ways, notably radio interference.
Yeah, I fucking noticed that, thanks. But anyway, there was a whole series of these things? Holy shit. I knew the old world had its problems. I mean, this was the same people who thought putting radioactive isotopes in soft drinks was a good idea. But this is messed up on a different level. And you want to bring them back into fashion? I didn't know there was a competition to see who is the most sick-minded piece of shit with tyrannical ambitions, but I think Caesar just found his match. No wonder Christina and Veronica had issues with you. And yes, I know who you are. I've known since the moment I knew your name. Elder Elijah of the Brotherhood of Steel. You have no idea how long I've been waiting to drop that bombshell.
Veronica? She survived Helios?
Oh yes, but no thanks to you. Not when you abandoned her and the rest of your people after losing Helios 1. Brightest clarity indeed, am I right?
She would. Resourceful. As for losing Helios 1, that was the only outcome aside from retreat. NCR swarming like ants over old world relics. Hoover Dam. Helios. I won't let those children seize anything else. Harden, McNamara can't stop them, won't, so I will, with the old world as my weapons.
And there it is, there's your true motivation. So much for begin again. You have to let go of the past before you can do that. But that's not what this is about, is it? You don't really want to begin again. You want to rewind the clock so you can undo history. Well, I'm sorry, but nothing will change what happened. Even if you attack the NCR with all the abominations you found here, it will never change who you are or what you did. A mad coward who tried and failed to hold the sun in the palm of his hands.
Attack? No. Not attack them. Wipe the slate clean. Make the Mojave like it was meant to be. Undisturbed by man. I'll send the cloud. The holograms, bring ruin in my hands until only I stand atop the Helios 1 tower again. I'll scour Hologram with the cloud, rain its walls with spears from the sun, with an army of old-world ghosts behind me, holograms all. I'll kill them until it's only me. Me, alone. In a quiet world, in a world that's nothing like what happened at Helios 1.
Oh, you don't even hear yourself, do you? What use do you have for limitless resources or their colors when you're the only one left? You have no intention of building a nation, you have no intention of building anything. It's just a lie you told yourself. I can't believe I'm saying this, but even Caesar was better than you. He at least had a vision for a future he believed in, whereas you're just a murderer with the ambition of becoming a mass murderer.
You think I'm a murderer? If I was, I'd have set off your collar long ago. A collar ensures compliance, encourages cooperation. Think about it. Would you truly have gotten into the casino without those collars? No. Human nature is against us, always. Did you know that I had to keep adjusting the collars? Keep changing the rules to make this moment possible?
Oh, here we go again. You really love to force your own twisted view of the world onto other people, don't you?
Every time, even with collars clutched at their necks, they would betray each other, kill each other to get inside the Sierra Madre. It was insanity. They could have had it all. It was so close. And they kept turning on each other again and again. Cracking the Sierra Madre was difficult, but cracking greed, that was more difficult. So the dead man switches within.
Or perhaps the circumstances you put them through guaranteed the outcome. You ever consider that maybe the reason they turned on each other was not out of greed, but out of trauma? Just being here is a form of torture. I mean, if I had to go through hell and back to get into this place without any guarantee of great rewards, I might get a little paranoid too. And who would blame me considering you're the one I had to put my faith in? I mean, you didn't even try to earn my trust. Every other word you said to me were either instructions or 10 different ways of telling me I'll fucking die if I resist.
When your life is tied to another's, sacrifice and cooperation, they can be conditioned, learned, and you can focus on the matter at hand. Greed can be beaten, contained, controlled. You know it better than anyone, or I hope you do. It doesn't matter.
No, I don't know better, because you are fundamentally wrong. I didn't force any of the others to cooperate with me. In fact, not a single one of them are actually motivated by greed. Dog and his inner voice wants their suffering to end, Christine wants your head on a spike, and Domino wants to satisfy his own pride. And how do I know all this? Not by putting a metaphorical gun to their head. No, instead I listened to them, I studied them, and I figured out what was making them tick and how to tailor my responses to get them to work with me. And I could have done that without these collars. In the end, these things were nothing more than a nuisance, a constant obstacle that nearly got all of us killed multiple times. Oh, but who am I kidding? You don't give a shit. We're just Brahmin fodder to you. In fact, let's just drop the bullshit. These collars are not there to save us from our own greed. They're tools to enslave us. You use them because no one would ever willingly work for you. The collars are the only way you could ever hope to put together a team.
It only takes putting a collar on one to begin the chain. One with the collar may chain another, and that one another. Had traps all over the wastes. The chain ends with the super mutant. Although with him, the collar wasn't even necessary. He only needed guidance.
Ah yes, the Chupacabra. He's the one person you bothered to spend some effort learning about, I'll give you that.
All his kind. They exist to be given orders. They're soldiers. Simple. Stupid. I asked him to fetch, and he did, even without the threat of death. Even when I stopped speaking to him, he continued to leave the villa, gather victims from the man-traps out of habit. He must have found you in one of them. If so, he's probably forgotten. He only remembers my voice. He put the collar on you, dragged you here, because he doesn't know any better. It's in his nature, greedy and childlike.
Oh, but you only ever saw half of him, whereas I knew all of him. Not just the part that was easy to manage. And considering how he was your only access to the outside world while you were trapped in here, you were pretty reckless with the whole bomb collar thing. Now I know for a fact that you were bluffing the whole time. You were never going to find more victims to take our place. We were your last hope. So count your lucky stars that we were the ones who finally pulled through. And for that, I expect a king's ransom on top of a safe passage out of here for all four of us. Assuming you even know the way.
Of course. I walked all this way. If you're worried, I'll give you a map back or show you the way out when this is all over.
Oh, I have a better idea. How about you come down here and show me the way out in person? Right now. I've had to endure your ramblings for way too long. It's time for you to put your money where your mouth is.
No. I'm not going to take the chance while I'm so close. Not this close. No. Not again. I can wait. Afford to be careful. You're locked down there. This is the only entrance, and I have free reign of the Sierra Madre. I have time. More than you. Besides, there might be more traps. I'll send more scouts in. Yes, others. You're resourceful. Don't want to leave anything more to chance.
More scouts? Are you fucking kidding me? Just to be clear, you don't have control over the super mutant anymore. He doesn't even remember who you are. You're gonna have to track fresh victims from your traps personally, and that will take fucking ages. And for what? Why are you worried about me all of a sudden? I don't even care about this vault. I never cared about this vault. I just want to fucking leave. How many times do you want me to repeat that?
Then all you need to do is wait. Be patient. You may be down there for a while. Just as I was. Trapped inside the casino. Consider this punishment for following the Sierra Madre signal in the first place. So eager to rush ahead. Now, enjoy your reward.
My reward, you piece of... That's so rich coming from you, considering how you got involved in all this. But you know what? Let's take this down a couple of notches, okay? The only reward you should be thinking about is what you can get inside of this vault. And the only reward I'm thinking about is my freedom. So why don't we just help each other out here? Why did you follow the signal in the first place, if not for this?
That signal, that siren's call, lured me in, yes. And being trapped in the Sierra Madre, perhaps forever, that has made me more cautious. I have my freedom, access to the bottom of the casino, and you under my control. I can wait.
You sure can, and either way, I respect that. There are too many people out there who can't think 5 minutes ahead. But you've already done that so many times. Yes, you can keep waiting, but for how much longer? Like I said, you don't have the mutant anymore. You'll have to start over again if you want more scouts. Or, you can say fuck that and just take your reward right now.
If you seek to goad me, impatience and greed led you here, not me. It doesn't control me as it does you. I won't fall prey to another trap, either Sierra Madre or yours. There is no trust between us, and there will be no trades either.
But why? What more do I need to say here? I've left everything untouched. Hell, the only thing I took was one bottle of Radex from the first aid kit, and that was out of habit. You can keep that too if you want. I mean, Honestly, I would be better off not taking anything. For all I know, the journey back is gonna be worse than the trip from Zion. I'll need to lighten my load as much as possible. And in the end, that's all I want. An exit. Is that really such a bad deal for you? You get everything in here for letting me go.
Let you go? To crawl back to whatever caravan whore spawned you? No. She was perhaps more talented in deals than you.
Whoa now. I may not remember who my mother is, but I can make an educated guess and say I would have sewn your mouth shut for calling her that. But in any case, you can talk about waiting all you want, but what are your actual plans next? Do you even know? And what if the vault itself loses power before you're ready and locks everything down again? It's been 200 years. Shit can happen at the drop of a hat.
I've lost much in the past by falling to my instincts. This time will be different.
This time is already different, because you've never made it this far before. You said so yourself, didn't you? I've gone further than anyone else. Plus, you still have my collar as an insurance policy.
True. The collars have worked better than I'd hoped, with adjustments. Still, I'm not eager to leap into another trap. The Sierra Madres are yours. This experience has taught me human nature is unreliable. You say your freedom is important to you. So did the others that filled the villa, before they turned on each other.
First of all, if the Sierra Madre itself have more traps, I would have either disabled or tripped them already. Second of all, what good is it going to do for me if you die before I get your directions? I need you to willingly cooperate if I want to get out of here.
Enough talking. Save your energy. You'll be down there for a while.
Okay. You know what? I don't know why I was bothering to play nice with you. You've proven yourself incapable of being reasonable a long time ago. No reasonable person would use these collars anyway. So fuck it. If you're so convinced that I'm out to screw you over, then maybe that's what I should do. I mean, hell, I'm gonna need some way of resupplying on my way home. I better open this vault now and get me some shiny pre-war trinkets to trade.
You've gotten far. Any farther, try to breach the vault, you become a corpse. What's inside is mine. Anyone else touches it, tries to take it from me, they'll answer for it.
Well, you better get down here and stop me then. I've already unlocked the elevator without your instructions, and I bypassed all the other security measures guarding the vault. Again, with fuck all support from you. What's one more lock gonna do to stop me?
This casino is in some caravan safe, and the lock that secures the Sierra Madre vault doesn't hold all its secrets.
If a lock exists, then it's meant to be opened.
Find a way inside? You can try. The Sierra Madre is a patient thing, and it has outlasted many who've come to its doors. The punishment often equals a reward for those without the foresight to see what's in store. I'll let you test the security. See how you stand up.
Well, for all the Sierra Madre knows, I'm Vera Keys, the one it's meant to open its doors to. And if not, then I'll just use the old-fashioned way. I'm sure I could get this thing opened faster than you can find more scouts.
Take all the time you need. I suspect the Sierra Madre is more than proof against bobby pins and crowbars.
Well, even if I don't get this inner door opened, I'm already standing inside the main office area. And let me tell you, there are plenty of shiny mechanical things just in this room alone. I mean, I don't even know what this stuff is made of, but I bet it'll fetch a handsome price in the NCR. Ooh, sorry. Shouldn't mention those guys in front of you. But in any case, if you're not willing to play nice, then I'll just pocket some of these important looking ones, plus a few of these holotapes with very complicated labels I can see lying around, and I'll just walk back out into the basement. And let me tell you, this place is fucking massive. Good luck catching me in there.
Hiding in the Sierra Madre. An interesting thought. I'd come to see it more as a prison. Hide, flee, it doesn't matter. The Sierra Madre is patient. I can be as well. You won't get any farther inside. And you won't escape my sight.
Your sight? Bitch, you're like 80 years old. Unless you have cybernetic eyes, I don't think you can see 5 feet in front of you.
As long as you're wearing that collar, You're not far from me. A press of a button, and I'll find you. I'll just listen for the explosion.
Aha, so we're resorting to violence now, is that it? You know, I wasn't kidding when I said I don't care about what's in this vault. This whole place can burn for all I care. Go ahead, ask me to prove it.
No, I don't think so. It'd most likely trigger other security measures, if you hurt the vault at all. The builder of the casino built it to last. The Sierra Madre withstood the war. I'm sure the vault is protected as well. Besides, you wouldn't have followed the signal if you didn't want this place's secrets for your own. You're curious, past the threats.
Okay, so one more time, I guess. I don't care about this vault. I'll keep repeating that until you get it through your ancient skull. As for the vault's protection, it may be protected against external threats, but I'm already inside its guts. And you wanted to detonate my collar to stop me? I'm standing right next to one of the mainframes right now. How well do you think one of these tin boxes with lights can handle an explosion this close? Worst case scenario, I can trigger this thing myself. I'll just have to try and take it off, right?
The collar? Even if you could trigger it, no, you'd die.
Well, either way, I'm a dead man, right? If I wait in here, I'll die from starvation. I don't have that many chips left. So, if this is how the great Courier goes down, then I might as well do it while pissing you off.
Kill yourself, and you decide this now. I can shut down your signal, prevent the collar from going off.
Oh, is that even an option? I mean, I couldn't hear your transmissions anymore after I got down here. Maybe it's not even possible to transmit anything in this part of the casino beyond this screen. You did mention that there's something funky in the walls.
Really? No, I don't think so. I can afford to wait. And your threats? Meaningless.
Well, I'm not gonna complain if my head stays intact. And in any case, if you think all I can do is damage the vault directly, then you're not thinking outside the box. I can also fuck around with the elevator leading down here. After all, what good is the vault if you can't reach it? Or after reaching it, you can't get out.
The elevator? Then you'd be trapped for certain. No probability of escape.
Didn't I just tell you that if I'm gonna die here anyway, then I'd rather piss you off first? I have a pistol. I could just blow my own brains out after I rip the elevator control box apart.
Even if you damage the mechanism, there's a chance of repairing it. It might take years, but it's possible.
Ooh, you have no idea. And while you're busy repairing that elevator, I can just help myself do all the data already in this room. I was just looking at this main terminal, in fact, and oh, the shit that's in here you would not believe. I wonder what would happen if I put a bullet through the screen.
You might destroy access to the data, not the data itself. Besides, there would be safeguards in place.
What good is any data if you can't access it? And besides, what makes you think the safeguards are there to help you? For all we know, one of those safeguards is designed to wipe the data clean the moment it thinks it's being hacked. And you'll definitely need to hack it if I destroy the terminal, the one thing you need to legitimately access anything in here.
But you recognize the value of what's down there. You would no sooner destroy what's inside the Sierra Madre than destroy yourself. Persist in threatening me or the Sierra Madre's secrets. You're of no use to me. I'll set off your collar now.
Oh, what's this? Now you want to detonate my collar again after you just said you would disable it remotely. Well, make up your mind, why don't you? Or how about I lay things out for you nice and clear? You detonate my collar and the explosion will take the terminal out with me. You don't do it, and I'll start deleting entries from this thing one directory at a time. That, my friend, is what we call a catch-22. Better get down here before I start deleting the important shit. I'm looking at Sinclair's personal accounts right now. If there are encryption keys in here, I bet that's where I'll find them.
Huh. Clever. I'm coming down. I'll meet you face to face at the vault entrance. If you resist, I'll use the collar even if it puts the vault at risk.
Okay, time to go. I cannot believe this is actually happening. I really hope my hunch that these walls will shield the collar signal is correct. Oh, and I really hope my hunch that he's gonna look at the Forbidden Terminal entry immediately is also correct. If not, then I'm gonna have a lot of explaining to do for Christine. Assuming he doesn't just kill me right off the bat. Worst case scenario, I shoot him in the head from here. I'm only doing this out of irony anyway. I can live without it. Oh, there he is. He got down here pretty damn quick. Christine really held her end of the bargain, so now I really need to deliver. The hell happened to his hair? Oh, that image he used made him look way more deranged. Anyway, if this goes well, he's gonna suffer a fate far worse than what Christine could have imagined. That's my gift to you, madam. Your therapy begins today. Oh shit, I can't see him from this angle. How do I know if it worked? I guess I have to wait for the casino to react in some way? I may not have thought this part through. Oh! Huh? The force field!
What's this?
Did it work?
Alarms. What?
It fucking worked!
You
Yes, it was me!
think you can run?
I hope so.
This entire structure.
Oh, what was that?
Security, weapons.
Fat lot of good that'll do ya.
You've outsmarted me.
Apparently I have. Oh shit, the color does work.
You always were.
Fuck! Wait, it's beeping slower. I have time. Oh, gotta put as many layers between me and him as possible. I'm not going out without a fight. Shortcut. Ugh. If you want me, God of Explosions, then I'm gonna make you fucking run for it. As for you, Elijah, you have nowhere to run now. And why would you? You have everything you came out here to fight. Except now, that's all you'll ever have. Oh shit, my leg! God, don't trip at the last hurdle, Courier. Anyway, I was true to my word, Elijah. I touched nothing. Enjoy the gold. I hear they make fantastic eating. Almost there. One last look at the treasure. Okay, I'm done. Wait, is the elevator still here or did it go back up already? One way to find out. It's still here! This is the Courier speaking. If you can hear this, then the great heist of the Sierra Madre is over, and Elijah's madness has come to an end.
Now, come on. You open up.
I implore anyone who hears this to stay far away from the casino vault. It's no longer possible for anyone to get down there.
Open the vault. I can make it worth your while. Think about what you're throwing away. I have other weapons, other technology I can share with you.
Even if you somehow found a way, I can tell you now, you'll find nothing except death traps and empty promises.
And the big empty. I know the way there. I know some of its secrets.
If you are a prospector discovering the Sierra Madre for the first time, I promise you that there are greener pastures for you to plunder. Take a good look at the red cloud, the corpses, and the ghost people. Trust in your instincts and turn back. Just be glad you didn't have to go through what we had to endure.
The callers were a mistake. I see that now. Why would I kill you? After all you've done, after all we've done together.
This place, this entire villa and its crown jewel was a mistake. Built by a man with an obsession to save the woman he loved. Not realizing until the end that she never belonged to him. Only to a cruel fate.
Don't you leave me here. You can't do this to me!
That is why this place is not meant for ambitious fools. It was meant to be a shelter, not a treasure box. And in that, it failed. It took 200 years, but that failure is finally complete. This Eden's Adam and Eve are long dead. They never made it inside. But at least now, the Sierra Madre has taken someone more fitting. And she will never let him go.
Getting dark in here. Machine's losing power. No, I still have Pip-Boy light. Baby, no, it doesn't work.
Someone so blinded by a promise that was only ever true in his own mind.
Where's the door? Can't find the door.
Someone who allowed greed to supersede everything else.
Come. But in worse situations, find a way out. Somehow, then find that Courier.
Someone who betrayed everyone who ever cared for him.
Maybe Veronica. No, she thinks I'm dead.
And for that, he will leave this world alone.
Must be someone. Maybe that other courier, one with a flag on his back. Maybe. No. Said he'd never come to the Sierra Madre.
Alone and afraid.
No way out. Can't end like this.
And so ends the story of Father Elijah. In the end, he got what he wanted, and he will spend the rest of his miserable life cursing it. To my partners in crime, if any of you are still here, you can take off your collars. The fact that I'm still alive proves that Elijah can no longer broadcast his madness. His leash over us is finally broken. I look forward to meeting you all with no strings attached. Even if we cannot leave as friends, then at least we can share a drink. After all, we did just break into a casino, didn't we?
The survivors of the Sierra Madre thought about gathering at the fountain and waiting for the courier. In the end, the caller's silence made them uneasy, and the fear of turning on each other made them hesitate and leave the goodbyes unspoken. The radio message at the fountain was enough for them, and there was no need to add another farewell on top of all they had suffered.
God, the big man, you know I'm talking to you. Nothing about what I said so far would make any sense to you, but it was a past life full of pain and suffering that you should never have to relive. All I will say now is, I forgive you. You were never a perpetrator in this madness. You were a victim, just like the rest of us. I don't know if you'll ever find a place to heal and to be at peace, but at least now, you have clarity of mind. And that, I think, gives you as good a shot to begin again as any.
Dog forgot himself, as did the voice that raged within him. After their passing, a new voice spoke within the mutant shell. It was difficult for the voice to remember the two it once was. There was the beast, Dog, consumed by hunger, and the other in reverse, the one consumed by control. Both were driven by need for the other. The courier brought them together somehow, joined the two into one. All that happened at the Sierra Madre was a faint memory to the new personality, like a flickering light in the clouds of the mind. The new voice did not think of the courier again until the battle at the Divide reached his ears. The battle between the two couriers, beneath the torn skies and the old world flag, each bearing a message for the other. And the mutant prayed the courier that had saved him had been saved in return.
Domino? Frankly, I didn't think you would make it this far. Now that we are no longer tied together, I can finally be honest. You deserve to get into the Sierra Madre. She really would have opened her legs for you. Too bad she found someone even greedier. But regardless of how I feel, the reality is that the Sierra Madre is now sealed away forever. So what will you do now, I wonder? Will you stay and wallow in your 200-year-old unfulfilled fantasy? Or will you walk out of those gates, find the world beyond, and begin again?
Dean Domino, entertainer, singer, thief, explored the Sierra Madre not long after he was rescued by the Courier. Once he left the theater, the Sierra Madre recognized him as a guest, and many doors opened to him. He had to admit it had been built to last. During his search, he came across the final records of Vera and Sinclair, and realized what happened the night the bombs fell. He felt strangely sad for a moment, and he had no idea why. Shrugging it off, his mind turned instead to where the Courier had come from. Vegas still survived, out there in the Mojave. Its sights, sounds, and casinos, ripe for the taking. So, giving the Sierra Madre one last nod and a wink, he set off beyond the cloud to begin again.
Christine. Oh, Christine. You have suffered so much. I can't begin to imagine what you have lost. And I won't belittle you by pretending to understand how that feels. So instead, I'll tell you what you have gained. Your freedom. Not just from the collars, but from your mission. You came here with an obsession just like Domino and the super mutant, and dare I say, just like Elijah. It may have been noble at first, but it almost consumed you just the same. Well, it's over now. Elijah will die with the treasures he so coveted, a death much more fitting than a bullet in the head. Where you go from here is your choice, but I urge you to truly begin again. Find a new life, one that does not require you to serve, but to live. Oh, and as for the other person responsible for your suffering, I'll leave that to your discretion.
Christine, her mission complete, found new purpose as the Sierra Madre's warden. She watched over it silently, by choice. Over time, the ghost people came to see her as one of the holograms. They would watch, silently, as she walked among them. At times, Christine thought of the Courier, who had kept Elijah's hand from her throat. The Courier reminded her of the other Courier she had met in the Big Empty, and wondered if the two had found each other at last. She did not think of them again until she heard the legends of the Divide. The Divide, where the two messengers, the two Couriers, fought beneath an ancient flag, at the edge of the world.
As for me, I shall leave this place as I arrived, empty-handed. Except not really. While I leave with few material goods, I will take with me lessons that are far more valuable. How trust must be cultivated, not coerced. How obsessions can destroy us, no matter how righteous we believe ourselves to be. And how those who want power to rule over the world the most deserves it the least. You've heard of the Sierra Madre Casino.
We all have. The legend, the curses.
Some foolishness about it lying in the middle of a city of dead.
A city of ghosts. Beneath a blood-red cloud.
A bright, shining monument, reaching out, luring treasure hunters to their doom. An illusion.
A promise that you can change your fortunes. Begin again.
Finding it, though, that's not the hard part. It's letting go.
It's letting go.
It's letting go.
It's letting go. It's letting go.
Oh, and don't think I'm done with you yet, Christine. I still need you to help me find a way out of here.